Anywhere right in here where it's out of the way. Cool. Battery operated. It works. It's great. I don't have to use any cords or anything, but I killed batteries like all the batteries we have. Take a second and talk about how to cut this stuff, because man, I see so many questions on the internet about how to cut plexiglass or plastic in general. And what I have here is a 4.5 inch saw blade that is specifically for cutting plastic. It has itty bitty teeth, a whole bunch of them, and they're cross cut, meaning they'll come out one way, one tooth, and the next tooth will come out the other way. That's really important because of the way that when you move something fast against the plexiglass, it tends to melt, and that's a lot of the problems that I see people talking about, how the plexiglass or acrylic or even the leg sand will just bond back together. Well, these blades actually remove all of that material in between as they're cutting. Another interesting note about them is the direction. They're sloped backwards, so that when it's spinning, it's kind of just shaving as it goes instead of like taking a big old chunk. I see people talking about taking their wood blades and turning them around backwards. Man, look, for real, if you're going to be cutting plexiglass, go out and get the right tool. Go out and get the right plexiglass plastic blade. I mean, you'll see them all over the place. It says very clearly on the packaging for plastic. Jigsaw blades, sawzall blades, any kind of blades that are going to be used for cutting plastic are going to have small teeth, and most importantly, they're going to be cross-cut blade or cross-cut teeth. And it'll take care of any of the little material in between, just as long as you're not trying to go too fast. You can't force it. It's a slow process to cut plastic, or it'll bond back to itself. Another thing that's really important is to make sure that you support your material. As the plastic cuts and you get closer to the edge or a corner, it's going to get thinner and more brittle, and the weight of the object itself can cause it to bend and then snap before you finish making the cut. But if you support your piece all the way through the cut on both sides, on every side of that material, it'll have something to rest on so that you don't have that drop and snap. We'll get into drilling plexiglass because I've seen some interesting comments about using speed bore or like specific plastic. And look, take your time with plastic. You don't have to force it, and you shouldn't have any problems. We'll get into drilling later. I gotta wait for these batteries to charge back up, so I'm gonna go find some busy work to get done. We have some steering stuff to look at before we can get back in the water.
What are you doing?
I am trying to find a drill bit that is going to be ever so slightly larger than this number 12 self-tapping screw that we got here.
Why?
Well, because we're going to drill some pilot holes, and I need it to be ever so slightly larger so that there'll be space for expansion, so we don't end up with cracked plexiglass down the road. Got some 1-inch stainless steel, 3/16 stainless steel, bitch to find screws. We also have self-sealing washers, pressure washers on. That way, when they drill their little hole, this little rubber gasket squishes and draws up tight and seals out water. Not too tight, not too loose, just right. You got to get just enough little bite in here into the final material, and these just happen to barely do it with this. Fortunately, they don't for the pilot house.
Yep.
Yeah.
We need longer screws.
Longer screws for that. The 3/8 plywood, 3/8 plexiglass changed things. Yeah. What I found here is something that I put back. I'm going to be using a 15/64 drill bit, which, I mean, you can try and do some fancy camera maneuvering and stuff all you want, but basically it's just ever so slightly bigger. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
This trusty war-painted Ryobi. Alright, cool. Now, about drilling in this plexiglass, there's some do's and some don'ts. Do, go slow. Don't listen to what everybody else tells you. Look, if you got problems drilling through plastic, practice first. Practice first. Get something that you don't mind jacking up. But the trick to it is to go slow. You don't put pressure on it. It's like drilling through stainless steel. You let the tool do the work. You're not ever going to push a drill bit through stainless steel. All right, slow. Let the drill bit do its thing. A little bit of pressure, not much. Slow. You don't want to burn it. You want to just kind of snake out of it. Can't get a hurry with it. Excellent. I think that was two.
Yeah, just about.
Huh?
That was too.
Okay. No, it's too fast. Okay, no, there we go. Drilling through plexiglass.